It's ticked over, ladies and gentlemen, and little ones. So we better get our auctions underway. Welcome to Harcourts Four Seasons today. My name is Mark. I've been working for the company now for 10 years, and this is my very last opportunity to stand in front of you with a hammer in my hand. So, hey, thanks for the memories, guys. It's been great. We've got 4 memories to create, though, before that happens, and 4 outstanding properties. I'm really stoked with the agents that I get to represent today, with Glenn Young from our Belfast office, Chris Tallett from the Rangiora office. Chris, you've been with me the whole way, so I always appreciate that. Michael and Kelly Fitchett, they're from Belfast too. They're a great father and daughter team. And Jimmy Pattinson, the Hokitika hustler as we call him, and today he is the Titan of Trafalgar as he represents his brother and sister-in-law and nephew as well as the rest of the family right in the spot in St Albans as well. So thanks to our good owners for getting your properties ready. We are streaming online, but only the audio as well too. So that's with my recent breakout, that's going to be handy that I don't get seen on the screen. But no, thanks for tuning in, those who are listening across harcourtsauctions.co.nz. Jess Gold is running the technology. Naomi Burge, our manager here. We've got a new manager in the team. And that is Duncan McGregor. So welcome to the team, Duncan. You'll enjoy your Prebbleton management role. Of course, one of 9 of our marvellous officers throughout Harcourts Four Seasons. John Tucker's here. He's representing us from Rangiora. And that is me old mate Jezza. That is Jeremy Andrews, who's the manager from our Lincoln team. That lady over there with the red on, she used to work for Westpac, but she doesn't anymore. But she's a master with the finance from Mortgage Express. That's Sarah Langley. If you have any concerns lending money, borrowing money is the term, isn't it? Then Sarah Langley is the person to speak to. She's got great relationships with those lending institutions and easy to deal with. Our principals here, Greg Roberts, and we've got Wendy Sarah, our manager from our Hornby team. This lady here, the bespectacled lady in the boots, is Rachel Ashton. She is our auction coordinator. She has made my life a breeze over the last 10 years. And you've been not too bad at coordinating the auctions as well, Rachel, so thanks very much. You've been a pleasure to deal with, and I'm going to miss you perhaps more than most. There we go. Okay, we better get on to our procedures for the day. They're nice and simple. I've got confidential reserve prices set in each of our auctions today. Your job's to bid to or past that reserve. I'm going to invite you to start the bidding, of course, but to get to that level, we can sell you the property. Now, look, we don't always reach the owner's reserve in the initial bidding. No cause to panic. We'll just pause the auction there if you're the highest bidder and we're not at reserve. We'll just take the conversation outside the room and we'll see if we can get you to buy. Auction is the best place and time to buy, and I can say over 10 years that has never changed from being a fact. And the reason I say it is that if properties don't sell today and they pass in, what that means is if you have got the cash to bid today, you've got an exclusive opportunity to own. If the property passes in, conditional parties get their opportunity to compete. Now that might cause you a more competitive situation, and often does, so good excuse to be bidding today is what I would say. So if we haven't hit the reserve, you'll come with me as the highest bidder and we'll give you the chance to buy outside of the room. So good luck taking that opportunity out there. You may hear me vendor bidding, I'm pretty sure you will. That just means you're not bidding and we're below the reserve price. I'll make any vendor bid I place abundantly clear. And it just means you've got a little bit of work to do to get into that buying zone. So I only place vendor bids well below the reserve price. Any of the team bidding for buyers, I'll just identify you. Any of my licensed colleagues, no problems at all. The fall of the hammer means, hey, well, good news. So I've not upset the baby there doing that. That means you've won the auction. We just need a formalisation of the sale, but that's easy. Signing the agreement. We'll give you the trust account details. You only pay 1/10 of the purchase price as the deposit today, and the job is done. We'll have an REA buyer's guide for you to tootle away with. The coffees have come through. Let's get into it. Glenn Young, fittingly the first auction of the day. And you will search if you want to buy land, but you may not find one like this in this established lower slope of Cashmere, 18 Delhi Place. You know where it is. You go up Bengal, just beside Zero's Cafe. And up this gentle slope, turn left, and right at the end of the cul-de-sac, here you have 1,186 square metres of that gorgeous freehold land. Great images you got, Glenn, there. I think you were there with your box brownie sometime in late autumn, weren't you, taking those photos? But super spot. Glenn put the park bench up there for open home visitors to sit. to sniff that fresh air and overlook our wonderful city and province. The views are seriously good, and delighted to offer it to you. Like I say, 1186 is the size of the parcel. That's around 46 perches, or you'd be getting on towards a third of an acre at that level. Lot 33, deposited plan 68898, and that's all contained and described in Certificate of Title, Volume 40A, Folio 120B in the Canterbury Land Registry. We can have you into the property in a calendar month, exactly, Friday the 26th of July. That's the day you move in and your dreams begin. So what are your plans for the site? 1,186 square metres. Our good vendor has drawn up some plans. They're pretty smart, and you'd be delighted to build a home like that. His plans have changed and they are moving onward, giving someone else the opportunity. There's your bench there, GY. Take a look at those views. You've got a lovely sort of amphitheatrical shape to the property. It's got a gentle slope. There's an ideal place for your home to be built. There's been a bit of chit-chat in the market, Glenn, about people putting more than one dwelling on, and I think a good chat to the council would be in order just to see what the possibilities are in terms of subdivision and multi-dwellings on the site. But I think the position's beautiful because you're right at the very end. You're tucked away. As you go down Delhi Place, you're surrounded by beautiful homes. In fact, the neighbour's doing a renovation there and offered Glenn some renders of what they're doing with the home. That's going to be quite spectacular. So it's all good. It's a little bit rare to have an opportunity like this. Like I say, the establishment of the area, pretty good. Now looking to get the auctions underway. All that jibber jabber's over, and we can start with some good bidding. So who's here to strike the first note, pluck the first string, fire the first barrage if you like? Don't be shy, sir, and you come, there's no problems. That's Mike Fitchett from the Belfast team, actually. Glenn Young's old schoolmate, I learned yesterday. Have we got, say, 650 to get underway for this 1,186 square metres of gorgeous lower slopes, cashmere slopes? Heaps of tracks around the area. You're very, very close to the primary school. Also, Cashmere High School zone. Don't forget that. That's worth 650 alone, I would have thought. I'll vendor bid at that level without any hesitation at all, because it just stays with the owner at that level. That's what a vendor bid means. It's 650 is their 700,000 for me. 650,000. We should have both hands up at that level. First call. Second call. Third and final call. No movement over here. Glenn, they're not bidding for me. We don't dilly-dally. I'm going to raise the vendor bid to 750. I think we've got value clearly above that. That wouldn't own it. But I think you need to get people in and have a chat to them. The budget will be higher than 750, I'm sure, for those people that you speak with. Pass on. Good luck in that third stage. And Rod, yourself. And GY's been awesome representing you at the rostrum over the past 6 or 7 years. So thanks very much for doing that. You've always done a great job. Cheers. We're going out to the Waimakariri district into the heart of Rangiora. If you're looking for that ideal family 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, nice and modern with a great layout, I'm going to recommend this one to you for a couple of very, very plausible reasons, which I'll touch on in just a moment. Chris Tellett has been our lead marketing consultant. Of course, leads the way, has been one of Harcourts 4 Seasons' top performers perennially over a long period of time, and still doing that great job, Chris. Lovely to represent your good friends and clients today. They've loved the home, made some great improvements to it, served them ultra well, but we wish them well on their next stage at 43A Buckley's Road. It's a great locality, this one, best of both worlds, which I'll talk about in a minute. Again, it's a good freehold section, 714 square metres. Lot 3, deposited plan 379652. You're heated by heat pumps, pellet fire, HRV, so you're always going to be cosy, and I certainly was the other afternoon on a fairly inclement day. The other chattels that remain that stand out for me are the glass house for those tomatoes, capsicums and chilies in that summer, spring season, and the irrigation system for your gorgeous established gardens as well. Settlement date through to the 9th of August. That's a couple of months away, just to give our good vendors, well, it's only really 6 or 7 weeks, to give our good vendors the chance to find their next position, which they're eagerly looking forward to, but have loved their time here. It's just worked so well. I call it a best of both worlds location because it's so quiet, it's so botanic and very well established, but you're tucked away. and at the same time you're so close to those great amenities that Rangiora is now famous for, really. So easy walk through to the supermarket and things like that, but it's so quiet when you're here in this position. I think the surrounds, the gardens are really beautifully established. There's been a good trim up that's happened on those gardens, so the natural light really complements the lovely aspect of the home. It's a tremendous layout. It's open and very, very spacious. Living in triplicate is what I would say, and great indoor-outdoor flow. Here's your spot for the afternoon sun here, gorgeous gardens, and with the irrigation system pretty much takes care of itself. You get out there and exercise the green thumbs. 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, as I say. Master ensuite, walk-in robe, breakfast bar for the great catch-ups with the family, and everything that you need for just good modern living in a family situation. Right, so at Buckley's Road, buckle up, I would say. Who's going to start us away in the bidding and hit us with a nice, big, solid bid? It's not a silent auction, I can tell you that. So who's going to start us away? Well, we offered you in at $650 for the section, so I think $650 might be a good place to start here. What do you think? Strike the same number. Fancy that. Bowling green flat section. A good gentleman owner walks the dog twice a day. He never duplicates the same route over the course of a year. Lovely lifestyle that we offer you here. Okay, well, I'll take the vendor bid at $650, but I'll give you but one chance, but I'll divide that into three. First call at $650, I think, what are we saying, $675? In a good mood, so we'll work with the 25. Twice at $650. Third and final call. Just keep your eye out there, Rachel. Can you just have a little look at that lady out there, see what she's doing? She's showing signs that she might be here to bid at Buckley's Road. Okay, $675 was the bid I'm looking for. Righty-ho, you've had ample chance. We're zooming on to the third stage, Chris. That vendor bid's getting raised to $730. Hey, I think it's excellent buying. Just a wee bit above that's where you've got to be, but you'll see value above there. Just to remind you of the proposition, you know, the full 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, double living, double internal access garage, really tucked away in a very private little rare situation. It's very, very quiet, but you're close to amenities. Hey, I don't think it'll last long on that next stage, so to Ron and Cheryl, thanks very much. Chris will be just bringing some people on, I believe, in the next couple of days. So good luck on that one. Well, it's great to be back to the Belfast office with Team Fitchett, as we say. Mike Fitchett, of course, your new recruit, Kelly Fitchett. She's a bit of a beauty, so great to see you working well together. You get on so well and complement each other beautifully. That's great. Your friends are your clients here in Stanford Way in Farringdon, number 22B. Again, just that quality of home in Stanford Way is right up there. I'm always impressed going through here. And back here at 22B, wow, I've just got a huge amount of wow factor. Mike told me in the advertising, impeccably designed, appointed and presented. And I couldn't agree more with that good man at all. In this freehold position, 917 squares. Outstanding, legal description unchanged. You see the gas fire in your chattels with that beautiful schist fireplace and hearth is absolutely gorgeous. There's a bit of a centrepiece of your living there. 30th of August, that gives you ample time to get your affairs in order. If you bid the 10% and pay the 10% today, you'll be right as rain by the 30th of August, just on the shoulder of spring. We've got some flexibility in that date as well. I'm always in awe of the modern home design, and this one's a real standout for me. I think because of the living configuration is really what I fell in love with first of all. It's open, but it's cleverly laid out. You've got that main family space. You are anchored by that gorgeous kitchen breakfast bar. You've got the walk-in pantry scullery to keep it looking smart all the way through. I went through last night and met the owners, and I said to Mike and Kelly, hey, they've just done this like it's an open home. They said, no, this is how it looks all the time. You've got the separate lounge situation there. I think that's good. Maybe Cartoon Network or the odd pillow fight could happen in there without disturbing the adults. Beautifully appointed, as I say, sumptuous accommodation, 4-bed, 2-bath. Master's got its own little tidy wing of the property, so you'll never be disturbed while the family do their business. Great garaging, heaps of off-street parking. The situation at the rear is the asset as well. You're very close to Foster Park, the aquatic centre, and all that good community, good young families getting into it and having a great life. You will too. Let's buck the trend and start the bidding, eh? What a good idea that would be. We could say 650, but I'm not going to offer you at that level. That would be corny, but I think 850 would be a fair place for this luxury home of family proportions, that is for sure. I happen to know this family is growing and on the move. Oh, you've got that next situation, haven't you? Yeah. Doesn't want to own 3? Spoil sport, Mike. Hey, look, I'm going to vendor bid at 850 quickly, but I treat it with respect. If we're dealing with cash and unconditional people, I can help you. If you're going to tussle with those conditional parties afterwards, you're all on your own. Mr. Crockett, just in the nick of time. How are you, sir? We're just calling for bids at 850, but I was going to vendor bid. If you want to cut me off at the pass, I can work with that. Okay, vendor bid at 850. 75 or 9 might be a sage bid from here. Stanford Way, don't let me stand in your way. First, second and third call, we're going straight to that third stage. We did talk about pricing, but I think we'll just pass in at that figure that we agreed, Mike, 925. Won't own it, but gives buyers a better idea of where they've sort of got to be above. A little bit more than that, passing at 925. And I hope the friendship remains strong, Nathan, there, and the guys will get you through into that next situation just as quickly as pie. Okay, now I've got one little chance for you to bid again. Jimmy Pattinson, my great mate from the Hornby office. It's always been a pleasure. We used to call him the Baron of Banbury. Those days are over. The Titan of Trafalgar now is where he stands. Jimmy always does business diligently with a smile on his face and is always working very, very hard for his clients. He's got no choice on this occasion because it's his brother, but we won't hold that against him, and his sister-in-law. So, guys, it's been great that you've presented the home so beautifully. English Park is your backdrop. How good is that? I've actually had a trot out there myself. And I was saying one of my family had a function at English Park. There was a great place to be. Of course, you're just down the road from St Albans School and very, very close to the Edgware and Merivale villages. So we're in the good spot there. Christchurch Boys, Christchurch Girls High Zone. It's very youthful, this home. It's a modern build and over the 2 stories, 3-bed, 2-bath. It is a freehold estate at 78B Trafalgar Street. It's 356 square metres. Having the 2 stories just maximises that site for you. The TV bracket stays in the master bedroom in terms of chattel, 6th of August. Pardon me, the 8th of August is your settlement date, so reasonable terms, and I'm sure our good owners can show some flexibility in that regard as well. Again, I'm marvelling at the modern home design in the 2020s and what it provides for you. It's a stunning looking home with its modernity, its contemporary, it's crisp, and it's got everything you need. Downstairs dedicated to living, fully open plan. I think it's well balanced between outdoors and in, and also in living and accommodation. The sunny aspect of it is for real, that's for sure. Comes through streaming into your kitchen of a morning and just traces you around all through the day. Good spaces, you can configure it as you like. Great garaging downstairs, plenty of storage in the home. All that accommodation's upstairs. It's got a lovely outlook to it. I think you'll enjoy the double internal access garaging and the off-street parking. You've got plenty of that, easy to turn. That's handy, but you're probably not going to need your car because I think our good owner was saying 15 minutes to Merivale Village is an easy wee stroll with that youngster there. And, of course, Edgware's about 2 minutes away. School zones I've touched on. But I think the convenience that it's going to offer you and your family, all your time will be your very, very own. Okay, well, this is my last auction for 4 seasons, so if you don't bid, there's going to be trouble, is what I would say. We're going out on a high. Come on, who starts us away at Trafalgar? We're a long way around the Monopoly board, let's face it. This is no old Kent Road, I tell you. No Whitechapel. Go to jail, straight, do not pass go. 78B, to be or not to be, that is the question I ask you. We were going to start at a cool 925, which I thought to get in a modern home like this, which is gloriously appointed, would have had a Mexican wave of bids at the 925. I would say our property management team would love to get hold of this as well. Sarah Langley, if you've got the finance available, you will have it easily on this property. Vendor bid at 925 for the first time. Second time at that figure. Third chance on the second to last vendor bid I'll ever place in Christchurch, I think. You never know. No, the final vendor bid I place is 980. So you haven't bid for me today, you people. You're very, very naughty. But that's okay. We'll move on. You've got some great opportunities in that third stage. Work with very realistic owners and very diligent agents who will take your call on each of them. Let's run through it. Delhi Place, the section at 1,186 square metres. It's a great opportunity to build that dream home, or homes maybe. Then we were going to Buckley's Road in Rangiora, a great 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom family home. We've got a gorgeous family home in Farringdon in Rolleston there with that modern design and great layout. And here we are in Trafalgar Street, right in the heart of St Albans, close to the city. You've got some great opportunities, folks. I'm just sorry I wasn't the one to put you into them. Thanks to the whole team at Four Seasons. You've got a great network. You're beautiful managers, great people, always working hard for your people. And it's great that you managed to do it whilst having a little bit of fun as well. So thanks, guys. See you around like a roller skate. Yeah.